didn't even connect the microphone. Is the microphone connected? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Here we go. So find my microphone connected. How's it going, y'all? I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and let me move this on the prompter, move it up here. That way I can see everything, and everything looks great. All right. How's it going, y'all? Actually, let me zoom out a little bit. You could tell I am so not ready for this. This wasn't something that I was planning on doing. I just said, "Hey, let me go. Let me go live." Yo, what up, bro? Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, we here, bro. We made it. 1,000 subscribers, and it's people like you, sharing my content, my videos, and all of my stuff, commenting, leaving comments, leaving good reviews and suggestions that kind of helped out with this. So I really appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. We're here. We're here. What does that mean? It means we're gonna have. Let me just test out the audio. How are we doing on audio? Is the audio good? Are we? Let me test out the audio. See how we sound. I want to make sure we at least could hear me clearly. All right. Let's see here. Testing out the audio. Audio's great. Audio sounds good. This is the Fafine mic. This is the Fafine 688 K688 microphone. I did a review on it recently, and I like the sound of it. Audio is great. Okay, audio is great. I like this mic. This mic is only $58, and it sounds really good. I'm able to wear headphones connected right into the mic. That way it sounds great. I got a tip earlier. Somebody said to just move the pop filter away from the mic just a smidge, and you can get better sound quality, less plosives and whatnot. So I'm gonna test that out there, test out that theory. But yeah, 1,000 subscribers. This is one of the things where I thought maybe I probably would never reach this goal simply because, hey, you set goals and you don't really achieve them. It happens all the time. It happens to everyone, and it's just one of those things where I started YouTube. Let's see, when did I start YouTube? I had a YouTube. This YouTube channel is my only. That's not my only one, but this is my first YouTube channel. I want to go to. Hold on one second. Oh, I gotta. Forgot he was gonna. Hey, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I'm on YouTube Live. I'll hit you back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, completely forgot that. Oh, he's supposed to call me back. Yeah. So let me go on my YouTube channel and let's see, when did I start my YouTube? It has to be really old. Like, my YouTube channel is super old. This is like my first one that I created when I was living with my parents. Does it tell you? I think it would tell you. Oh, oh, this is bad. Hold on. Hey, 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 hey. Lola, come on, come on, come on. Hey. Sorry about that. My dog needed some attention. All right, we're officially back. Let me go on my YouTube right quick. This is what happens when you don't necessarily prepare. So what does it say? When did I start YouTube? Hmm, I don't know. Well, I started YouTube a really long time ago. Hey, thank you. Oh, you just hit your 1,000 as well? Well, congrats to us, man. We're living it up. Let me get your comment up here. There we go. The sound went wacky. Yeah, I'm noticing that I don't hear myself in my headphones anymore. Oh, I see what happened. It switched to, hmm, come on, for fine. This is this is not fine. All right, here we go. Sound should be back now. Appreciate that. I guess it switched over to, I'm wearing my earpods. So I'm wearing these Beats Pro. So it switched to them. I saw it on the computer. I guess when I went downstairs, it said, "Hey, we're gonna switch to your earpods as audio." Yeah, it sounds like I was underwater. Yeah, it's my earpods. Um, so you guys probably heard me talking to my dog, like Lola. But yeah, 1,000 subscribers. What does that mean? It means that you put effort towards a specific goal, an idea, and you went ahead and got it. And it took me forever. I want to see the date. Let me go to YouTube channel. So it says that I have a lot of videos. I guess you can go to, I know there's like an about, should be like an about page or something where it says it. I'm a YouTuber. I should know this. No, you can't know everything. But my YouTube, I have like a bunch of videos. I've done a lot of different things, vlogs, you name it. My oldest video is 13 years ago, and it's me literally walking into a, let me see, can I put it up here? My old YouTube, let me see, would it play? I walked into a Suzuki dealership and I just walked in there with my camera. I had like an old point and shoot, and I basically was showing people how to drive stick shift. Would it play? I don't think it's gonna play. But yeah, that was my first YouTube video. That did crazy well. I didn't know what that mean. I didn't know what 1,500 views meant. I think it just has 1,500 views over time. It was just me showing off this 2010 Suzuki Kazashi. I think when it first came out. So probably those people wanted to check it out. And it's just me talking about cars stupidly, I guess. And then there's, I think I started to do typography. I got really big into like fonts, and I was obsessed with fonts and logo design. So I did that. Let's see if I can pull that up here. Yeah, so I did like a bunch of like weird things like fonts, logos, and crap like that. And then, oh yeah, here's a logo thing I did. Just logos. I do logos, and that was pretty fun. Good times. And then I got into jailbreaking. I don't know if this is public or not. Maybe it isn't. But I started to do like jailbreak tutorials, teach people how to jailbreak. I would show people new jailbreaking tools. And then I got into a bit of like a indie gamer type of thing. I started to promote and showcase indie games from indie studios and whatnot. Then I started actually making games. I actually used to make this thing called Mugen. You would program a game and you have like your own fighting game character, you can now live. If this is your first live. Oh no, you can now go live. No, this is I went live a couple times. This is just like a random, pretty excited live where I'm just, hey, let me just go live. No, this is my first live. I just suck at suck at being live. Yeah. So, of course, then I went to podcasts. I started podcasting. I started doing a lot of cool things. I did some unboxings. And this is the Rode Pod mic 4 years ago. Doesn't feel like 4 years ago. This is me doing an unboxing of the Rode Pod mic. And then hey, Hassan, what's going on, brother? So we're celebrating. Yeah, I'm just going over like my YouTube. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Like, for real. Then I started to just do a bunch of things and just try different ideas and fail horribly. Let me see here. I think this is like one of my favorite videos that I made that didn't do well at all. The thumbnail sucks. So, but yeah, like I just tried everything. I tried, this is a really good video. I missed the kiss shot. There were so many different types of videos that I tried and I tried and I tried. And the thing that I think the reason why, so I feel like I did YouTube, even though it's the same channel, I had 5 or 6 different YouTube channels within the same channel where I had different topics and ideas. And it just kind of felt like I kept trying to do this one thing that I saw everybody else doing. Like when the God himself, Casey Neistat, started doing daily vlogs, I started vlogging. Like I have a vlog right here. And it's not that I was copying him. Let me see. I think I got like a vlog right here. I started like vlogging and whatnot. But then I started to do tech reviews and I started to do like video essays and stuff. And then it just kind of seemed like I was doing everything but me. And I kept, not to be philosophical, not to be too deep, like when it's just YouTube guild, chill. But I was basically taking out the you in YouTube. I was just basically following other people and doing what other people were doing. Sammy, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much, man. But I think, and I don't have it down packed yet. Like I literally just got 1,000 subscribers, today. So I don't understand it completely, but I do understand that if I want to do this, if I'm trying to do this, I'm going to have to actually do me. It should be called MeTube. You got to focus on you and the things that you like. And I think my podcast has helped me out. I have this podcast, the Guild podcast. And every time I start the podcast, I say this mantra, and it's something that helps me remember that, hey, this podcast is about you and the things that you are currently obsessed with. And you're going to talk about it and people are going to listen and people might resonate with it. For YouTube, when I was doing my multiple YouTube channels, even though it's the same channel, I was just doing everything. Hey guys, check out this lens review. It's a 1.4 millimeter lens and I'm just talking about it. And then I'll have my friends reach out to me and say, hey, I saw your video. I liked it. It was pretty cool. I didn't understand what you were saying. And then I started to ask my friends, hey, why don't you guys share my video? It's not for them. Then I was like, yeah, my videos are actually meant for people like Hassan and Sammy and, and Kamal and all those guys. But if nobody I know really likes my videos, or if my wife doesn't really understand it, then who am I making this for? Like, I'm really just being selfish at the end of the day. But I had to peel back and try to see, wait, I'm not making this for me. I'm just making this for a potential person that's like in the universe somewhere to watch it. I'm just hoping the algorithm picks it up. Like AI comes into play, I make 5 or 6 AI videos. Nothing ever happens. You're just trying to ride the wave. But what I ended up starting to do is say, well, it's YouTube, it's GillTube, it's your channel. You can do whatever you want on there. Do you. So then I started to just do my own thing. And it kind of was cool. It was pretty fun. You know, one of my one of my videos that actually did well was actually my studio tour. And I was so self-conscious about my studio. I still don't think it's great, but people see it on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and it's like, your place looks great. You should do a tour. And I'm like, no, this is messy. I have horrible cable management, but I make it work. I have people come in here, and I was like, well, don't make the video that is already on the internet. Don't watch videos that are on the internet about studio tours. Make a studio tour that is about your space, because you can watch a million studio tours and they won't be like yours. So if you keep I was talking to my old self here. If you keep watching a studio tour, you keep watching desk or computer reviews, you're going to basically remove the you from the video, and then just like a Peter McKinnon video. Like it'll just be a Peter McKinnon video. It'll just be a video that everybody else sees. And who wants that? Who wants to see the same thing over and over and over again? So I started to basically just focus on the thing that I want to make, focus on the things that I like to see. So let's look at the comments here. I like that. MeTube. Yeah, it's MeTube. Ron, what's going on, brother? Thank you, man. Oh, man, you're next, dude. I don't know if you ever watched My Hero Academia. You're next. Hassan. As a viewer, it's also fun to watch if the creator is authentic and loves the video they're making instead of riding the wave. Yes, and I caught myself riding the wave a lot. And there are a lot of times where, you know what, you don't have to ride the wave. It's, you can actually just do your own thing. And what ends up happening is, and not to be super egotistical, but maybe the thing that you're doing ends up becoming a new wave. There's this YouTuber named Sam Sulek. He's on Twitter. He's on TikTok. This is a muscle-bound kid. And he has like low maintenance content where it's just him and his vehicle sitting down with his big old arms talking about life and crap like that. And he's blown up. Now every YouTuber is doing this. Every YouTuber is doing, like, Sam Sulek basically created a wave that pretty much already existed, and he's having all these big time YouTubers do the exact same thing. So now what, am I going to just remove my whole entire studio and then like get inside of my car and start doing videos? No, but that's the thing about riding the wave. Some people would actually start doing that. Recently I removed the comment from my YouTube. There's a plethora of people get on my YouTube channel and they'll say something like, hey, you have literally no subscribers. You don't need this equipment. How about you invest in like getting your subscribers up and then buying the equipment? Which is totally fine, and I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm actually passionate about this stuff. I actually really love equipment. I love gear, and I actually produce podcasts for clients in here. I rent equipment. I do consultations. So I need to have not the latest and greatest, but I have to have the tools necessary for the job. And I just was thinking, nobody ever goes to a guy who buys a $400 pairs of shoes to play basketball, like at a park, and tell him, you don't need to buy a $400 pair of shoes. You should buy some Skechers. It's just one of those things. All right, what we have here. Can you share what camera and lens you are currently using? Hey guys, welcome to the Gill YouTube channel. My camera setup that I'm currently using is the Sony a7 IV. I actually have a review. Do I have a review of it? No, I don't. I just have a studio tour where I talk about it. It's an a7 IV. and I'm currently using the 16 to 35 millimeter lens. That's why I'm getting like actually I got it zoomed in a little bit. That's why I have it so wide, and the background is kind of blurry, but it's not so blurry. You can kind of see everything. It's set to a f4 aperture. So it's kind of like the perfect medium. I use this lens a lot for when I used to vlog, and I also use it a lot for when I'm producing podcasts for clients, because you can like kind of get where you need to be at 16. I mean, I'm not shooting at 16, but might be shooting between like the 35 range. And with the Sony cameras, you're able to crop in digitally. And there's a thing where people say, "Hey, you should, when you're doing a podcast, you should do 4K." None of my clients have ever asked me, "Hey, what's up with the quality of this video? Why is it in 1080?" All my podcasts that I record for clients are in 1080p. I don't think it's necessary for a podcast to be in 4K. And it's so funny because recently I was on a live stream. I was watching Tom Buck and Heather. They have a live stream podcast they do every week called The Couples Table, and they were actually talking about people watching podcasts on their TVs. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I watch their podcasts on TV, but I just have it in the background. But for me, it doesn't really matter about quality. But for right now, I'm using A7 IV with USB. So it's not even in 4K. I believe because it's in USB, it's probably at 1080. I'm sorry, it's probably 720p. Probably 720p. And then I have it running into Ecamm Live. And then you're now degrading the quality even more. So, but you're enjoying the content. You're asking me, "Hey, well, this is great. Like, what is this?" It's basically a A7 IV dumbed down to 720p, and it looks great. Hassan says, "If someone with 0 subs wants a couple of, no, shouldn't tell them not to." Yes. Yeah, I deleted a lot. I deleted so many comments. And the thing is, like, the funny thing is, I got that comment maybe 2 days ago, and that same hour, I got so many more comments about my workflow. I had people telling me that what I'm doing is wrong. This is stupid. You're working too hard. You should buy this. You're using the wrong camera settings. And what I get a lot is, you talk about you produce podcasts. Where are those podcasts? They're not mine. They're for my clients. Like, that I do share them. I'll put them somewhere on my social media if I'm doing them live. A lot of them are very like, "Hey, let's record," and I put them on an SSD. Sorry about that. I put them on an SSD and ship it right off to them. What I've been doing a lot lately is just tell my clients, buy an SSD. We record the podcast. I record onto this, and then I'll send a copy via Ecamm Live for my own personal as a backup, just in case. And it's a quick system, pretty fast. But the thing is, most people on YouTube don't understand it. Enjoy the journey. It's fun assembling the equipment and making it work. Electronics. Yes, I love electronics. I love finding solutions. Like right here, let me see if I could pull this out for you. Oh, so this is a, what brand is this? A Seabrant. So this is a SSD. I normally have this connected inside of my Atomos Ninja Flame monitor. And the issue is having ways to connect it to a computer. It's kind of annoying. So I found this adapter that I could just plug right into the SSD, and then I could connect the other end to my computer. So now I just need a USB dongle. So then what I ended up doing recently was actually buying a CalDigit TS4. It's amazing. It's a USB hub, and it's been great. But the thing is, somebody would say, "Well, why would you need to buy that? Why can't you just unplug the other thing and plug in your hard drive?" Well, it's a lot of things I have plugged into my computer. I have a Rodecaster Pro 2. I have a Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck pedal. I have an A10 Mini. I have a plethora of other things. And it's like I'm running out of USB plugs, and then my desk looks like a complete mess. So in order to make it look good, I got me a USB hub. I've tried cheaper USB hubs. They didn't work. They were too slow. I have a bunch of hard drives, and I love transferring things over, or backing up things, and some of the transfer speeds were atrocious. They were really bad. So it's, for me, I love experiencing these things. So that way, when I'm speaking to a client or speaking to a friend and they're asking me for some advice, my knowledge, my advice is backed with knowledge and experience, and an expensive bill of, hey, don't buy Western Digital hard drives. That's because I went through it, Or, hey, if you want anything great, buy a Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. That's all you need. And if you live with a wife who has very sensitive ears and she hates noise, buy the M3 Master Mouse MX Master 3S, because it doesn't have any clicking noise. So there's like so many other things. I subbed because you make good mic videos. I'm still deciding what mic to buy, but I really don't want to splurge $400 on the Shure SM7B just for voiceovers. This mic, Grovo, Papi, right here. No dinero. Like, it does not expensive, buddy. I don't even know. Like, I just see your last name Perez, and I'm like, maybe he speaks Spanish. But this is all you need. This is like an advertisement. I know Fafan is gonna like see this. This is all you need. Is there something wrong with the Western Digital Oh, you want me to speak on that? How I lost 4 terabytes of data? I have a video on that from a couple of years ago. I pretty much sank into a dark hole, and I had so much projects on there: weddings, podcasts, videos, interviews, my own personal stuff, completely gone because of the Western Digital hard drive. Now what I use is a NAS, which is over there, and I'm not going to touch it because it's spinning. But yeah, what I want to say is you should check out the what was I saying? You should check out the Fafan mic. It's only $58. I have a video on there. I'm not sure if you saw it. It's a great video. I think so. Ron says that's because discouraging a couple of years ago when I heard those comments from friends because I didn't do it this way. But I'm grateful for what you have been sharing. I love the Gill tube. That's funny, man. That's hilarious. I love that. That's funny. Yeah, man. We gotta just. And for me, what was it? It was I could tell you the most recent one a while ago too. So I'm not sure if you know anything about the A10 Mini. The A10 Mini. Let me see if I could. No, I'm not gonna move it. I'm just gonna leave it there. The A10 Mini is an apparatus, a device that allows you to connect HDMI signals to this device, and you're able to mix the signals and swap in between and have the video out to your computer or a monitor. So I have an A10 Mini Extreme ISO. It has eight HDMI input and 2 HDMI out, and it also has a audio in that you can pretty much allow audio signals from a Rodecaster Pro, a microphone, a computer to go into it. So if you're producing a podcast like me with 4 or 5 different camera angles, what you want to do is basically save time and pretty much be super efficient. And depending on your client's needs, give them the video as soon as possible. Sometimes mistakes happen, right? But the Rodecaster Pro, I connect a device, a Y cable, right and left audio to the A10 Mini Extreme ISO. So while I'm recording and switching angles, the video is baked into it. I also record onto my Rodecaster Pro as a backup because one thing about me is that I love contingency. I love redundancy, not contingency. Redundancy. I love backup. I back up everything. So this gentleman goes on my YouTube and leaves like a long paragraph saying that he has never seen the most ridiculous setup, and I'm telling people, I'm leading them astray by giving them this stupid process and how I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. But in the whole entire video, I say, this is how this is GillTube. This is how I do this. And actually it works pretty good. And what he was insinuating was I only record audio I grab the audio from the Rodecaster Pro and not record onto it, which is not true. I actually have three backups. I'm actually recording onto my Rodecaster Pro for audio. I have Ecamm loaded up, which is recording the audio and video and each camera switching. And I'm also recording onto my ATEM Mini ISO with an SSD. And lastly, depending on the situation, if this is Michelle Obama, whoever, I have one HDMI out to my iMac 27-inch, and it's recording via OBS. So it was just one of those things where you do everything right, but you don't share it. You don't know what you're talking about, and it happens all the time. And one thing I had to learn from Tom Buck, just block the people, just block them. You don't have to engage. Don't feed the trolls. That tool chest looks nice. Is that the same that Tom has? We don't have that brand in Australia. I think Tom has this. No, I think Tom has the, I don't know. I know he has like 3 of these, but I don't think he has a blue one. I think he has 2 or 3 red ones. But I love the Husky Workbench. I use this thing a lot. There's this thing that's hanging up there. It's a magnetic clip. Like, I have a lot of magnets on there. Like, this thing is super powerful. Like I can't pull that. You know, it's amazing. I love this thing. This is like a great investment. Is there something wrong with Western Digital? Yeah, Western Digital sucks. Stay away. I mean, for back then, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of data, and I'm still hurt from it. Western Digital sucks. Seagate sucks. But the thing is, you have to make sure that you invest in the right hard drives. So right now, I'm using a Synology NAS with 4 Seagate. Is it Iron Wolf? I think it's a Seagate hard drives for a NAS, and it just redundancy. So every hard drive is being backed up. So just in case something happens, I'll be all right. Your audio looks so, what do you say? Your studio looks nice on camera. Thank you. It took a long time to get this all together, like to put everything together. I could tell you the cost of everything. The room divider was $30 on OfferUp. This woman was moving and she said, I'm selling for $30, and I told her I'd be right there. This workbench, toolbox, tool chest was $350. I think it was like on sale. The blue chairs were $400 each. One of the wood wall, I think altogether, with all the wood and everything, the paint, I think I paid maybe like, I want to say like $800, $800 or $600. You don't have to pay that much. Don't be Gil. The plants, maybe like $50. And one of the plants, I think that one right here, where is it? Where are we? Right there. My friend Toya gave it to me. And then the whole setup, like you can buy all of these furniture. You can buy the camera, the lights and everything. But the most expensive thing, to be honest, Hassan, is just my experience. My experience, the cost of that could not touch the cost of the physical material. Like I can do this anywhere. I could not have this equipment and have my setup look just like this in any place. So not to sound cocky, get a Synology NAS. I got one. I have a Synology D 923 plus. Yeah, I have one. I'm concerned because I'm using it as an internal HD with important footage. Well, the beautiful thing is there's tons of cloud storage solutions for that. You can use Dropbox. You can use a plethora of things. So you have plenty of options. I back up everything. Like this is a slow one. This is a 4 terabyte Western Digital. I back up a lot of stuff on here, like current projects, weddings, podcasts. Like if I have a podcast with the Obamas, I'm gonna create multiple backups just in case. Yeah, it's great. What do you say here? Let me move this out the way. You use speakers instead of headphones? What happens if you don't use headphones? Oh, I really like headphones because you get to wear them and you hear your voice. You get kind of used to it, so you know how loud you're talking. You don't want to move too far. If I don't hear myself, I know that there's something. I know that there's something wrong. So I have. Let me see. Sorry for the mic noise, but it just helps me know that the microphone is working. So I'm kind of just used to that. Kombucha. Hey, I just hit 1K today, girl. What's up? Thank you so much. Every time I think of like creating, I think about the moment that I saw your videos, and you're great. And also, every time I look at my, I'm not using it now, but every time I look at my low profile Elgato arm, I'm like, you're like one of the first people that had it. It's just one of those weird creative things. So thank you so much. And thank you. I'm here. Now we have to like shoot to the moon. That's awesome. Who we have here? Great setup. Thank you. It's been a joy watching you grow. Thank you so much. Let's see where can we go from here. Let's see where we can go from here. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much. We got a good couple of people. Oh, you also hit. You're the second person to tell me that. Gil for president? No, Jared. No, man. You have to be a citizen, right? I wasn't born here. I wasn't born in America. You have to be like, don't you have to be born in America to become a president? I wasn't born here. We'll see. Hassan. Yeah, nothing can replace experience. One has to spend time to get it. Yes. I'm telling you, man, like we're on the same page. Like there's so many. I was listening to this gentleman called Myron Golden. He's a YouTuber, and he was talking about how he looks at things deeply and seriously. And I do the same way. I do the same thing. Like I'm very curious about a lot of things. Like I'm very curious about setups. Very curious about homes. Like how can you do a podcast in here? How would a podcast look in a kitchen? What lighting would? And my brain just immediately starts to go. Like I've always been taking things apart as a kid, and just very curious. Like I never would ask adults questions, because where I'm from is kind of like disrespectful to ask adults questions, because now that I know it, it's just that what it is the adult might not have the answer, and you might make them look stupid because you're looking at them as an adult who knows everything and they don't. But I grew up not questioning adults, but I ended up like asking myself those questions, like, why do we tie our shoes like that? Why do we have to tie shoes at all? What are ties? Who invented the tie? Whose idea was it? We should put like this thing in our shoes to keep it tight. Like that's where my brain goes. Yes, you definitely want a monitor. Yes. Yes. Yep. Exactly. You always have to like monitor yourself, because man, let's see. Gil, can you read my post under Gustavo? Good info. Gil, can you read my post under Gustavo? Good info for all. I didn't see your post. Joe, thank you, man. You're also one of the ones, man. You really inspired me to keep going and to keep creating. So I'm really glad that you're here for this stream. You're going to go far. I can see you having a business helping people launching their podcast studios around the country. Folks just hire you to figure it out. Yeah, it's actually has happened. I actually got to work with two nonprofits to build a studio. I got to work with Best Buy. I've got to work with a couple of companies and a couple of creators, local creators here. And it's been really good. And I don't think, and actually Kombucha, I'm actually traveling tomorrow for a day. I'm leaving the state, going somewhere for 24 hours, and then producing a podcast, and then flying back. I'm getting flued out, girl. They flew me out for podcast production. Like it's just one of those things where me and my wife will be talking, and she'll say, "You literally you said it, and you're doing it." Like you said that you want to create a room to create, and you want to like learn how to do podcasts and teach other people, and you're doing it. And with going back to my previous point about my YouTube, I just was riding the wave. I was just what everybody else was doing, I was doing it. I wasn't really doing me. I was doing you. Hey yo. I was doing YouTube. I was looking at Kombucha's post, copying what she's doing. I was looking at Myron Golden's post, copying what he's doing. I was following other people, but I wasn't doing me. I wasn't doing GillTube. When you used to go on my YouTube channel, it was everybody else's crap. Copy paste. You ever see like a drop for a product, a new camera, a new lens, a new phone? Like you'll see the same creators make the same video and the same jargon, the same wording. And yeah, there might be some people with some differences, but it just kind of seemed like everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's just saying the same thing. Everybody has the same opinions about the product because they want to be in good graces with the brand. They want to make sure the next year when the brand drops a new product, they get to be the first ones in line for that. And it just kind of seemed like, okay, this is what we're at. YouTube used to be a place where actual people created and were like individuals, but it just became YouTube where it's like everybody's the same person. It wasn't MeTube. So let's change YouTube to MeTube. So you. All right. Let's see what Joe had to say. Nice. Congrats. Yeah. I think this is my second or third time that has happened, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I would like to do that more. I would like to travel more, sowing seeds elsewhere, creating, helping other people learn how to create. And like, this is great. Like, and using a lot of tools. Like right now, I'm actually using my Elgato prompter to actually see everything and engage with y'all and see myself, make sure that I don't have anything in the background. Like, I feel like everybody should be able to come on this platform, come on any platform and be themselves. That's why I haven't been on Instagram for the past couple of weeks, because Instagram I'm really just fed up with Instagram. Instagram has this thing where they only celebrate you for doing what the algorithms tells you to do. So I created this I didn't even create it. I found the video. I took a sound from that was already trending on Instagram and it blew up. It's currently at 5.8 million views and thousands of comments every single day. I'm so tempted on deleting this post because all I get is like happy people being happy about this post, people being negative about the post, people saying that I'm stupid for posting it. And I have no control over it because it just shows it to millions of people every single day, every hour on the hour. Instagram says, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Meanwhile, I'll post purposeful content on Instagram, or I used to, and nothing will happen. It won't go anywhere. It would quite literally just die. So what I said, instead of me like going on this platform that only wants me to be a clown, Instagram would only, like if the algorithm likes you, it'll be good for you. But you have to entertain people. You have to be a clown. You have to make fun of stuff. You have to be mean. You have to mislead. I don't want to do that. I don't want to clickbait people. I want to create interesting things that I want to talk about and share those things. I'm getting flued out. Yeah. By the way, my sister loves your word search book. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I'm not sure if I announced it, but I'm actually working on a content creator word search book. So for content creating podcasts, most of the words from the photography would, by proxy bleed into this content creator word search book. But the photography one, photography was my first love. Drawing was actually my first love. I love drawing. And then there was writing and then photography. And then I was like, hey, let me just make a book about photography. Just kind of fun. But yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm really happy and can't wait to see where, this thing goes. By the way, don't delete the post yet. Got some info I'll send you. Oh, yeah, no, I won't delete it. This is going to go, I'll leave this live. That way everybody could could enjoy this. But yeah, this is fun. It's been a really good time, and I could be honest. I think it was maybe like November of last year where I said I think I'm going to take YouTube serious. And like I was saying earlier, I feel like even though I had this one YouTube channel for maybe like 15 years, I feel like this is the first time where I said I'm going to actually do YouTube. I'm going to actually create for me. I'm going to do something that I want to do without worrying about, hey, do you think this is brand friendly? Do you think the brands will care? Do you think people will care if I have Kirby on my desk? Do you think brands will care if I share videos of my truck? You know, there were times where I was like, oh no, you can't do this. I was listening to YouTube coaches say, don't do this, don't do that. That works for you, but you're not me. This is GillTube. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of best practices that would really work. Like, you know, working with your thumbnail. One thing that worked for me, like I would go back and if I thought the video was good, I would just redo the thumbnail and make it better. I would see, okay, what about this thumbnail that I don't like? Well, I don't think it's pleasing at all. I won't want to watch it. I know the content is good. Just because the content is good doesn't mean that people are going to watch it. They'll have to like see the thumbnail. And I was born in 1989, so I was kind of privileged. I'm privileged in a way where you would walk into a Blockbuster, a library, and if you touch the sleeve of the cassette, the VHS cassette cover, the cover, and you look at the cover and like, does this look interesting? I remember picking up the movie Black Knight, the one with Martin Lawrence. Was it Black Knight? I don't remember the name of it. And I remember like looking at it, like Martin Lawrence was on a horse and he was wearing like a jersey. It looked pretty cool to me, and I got it, and it was great. It's a good movie. You know, it was one of those things where, but then you have other movies that have like horrible thumbnails. I mean, or covers. That's what a thumbnail is, just a cover, and you're not interested in it. But then those are like hidden gems. Yeah, it's just weird. Let's see who we have here. Sadly, clickbait and trends are on the easy way to get views, but sometimes you want to do. Yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, it's like I was thinking about. Let me see. A company sent me a microphone, and I wanted to do those things. Guess what they sent me? You gotta know. You know, you won't believe what they sent me. And then it's like, come on, dude. People will like it. People will hate it. But the people that need it, that's all that matters. Like my subscribers that starting out, maybe they weren't into content creating, but slowly they started weeding out as I started to post more content. And it's, you know, what's weird to me is like, wow, they actually like unsubscribed. Oh shoot. Like, you know, that's like a thing. Yes. Okay. Let's see what Ron has to say. I agree with you on the algorithm thing. It's tough. And you have a word search book. I have a word search book. You know, if you go to gildormius.com, let me see if can I type in here? Yeah, I believe I can. www.gildormius.com/book. You'll be able to go on the internet and buy it. Did it spell my name right? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's embarrassing. So www.gildormeus.com/book. And that'll take you to my website, and you can take it to Amazon. You can buy my book. Yeah, let's see what we got here. YouTube for me is a passion, and sometimes it also is demotivating. Yes, it can be. Oh my gosh. Like I remember there's this one guy, I'm not going to say his name. He's a great creator and I love him to death. I watch his content all the time. I remember when he first started posting video essays and he had like no microphone, horrible video quality. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. He has a great voice. You know, I'm pretty sure he'll be all right. I literally look away for like maybe a week, and he had like maybe like 20,000 subs. I'm like, he only has like 2 videos out. They did really well, and he started just posting more videos, and it just was a thing where I felt so angry. Like, not angry, not even jealous, more like, what the heck, man? Why can't my stuff ever blow up? But you got to realize I not realize it now. He wasn't doing YouTube. He was doing HimTube. He was doing himself. Hey, yo. He was pretty much like creating his own content and not necessarily worrying about what the algorithm has to say. And he pretty much created his own lane and he took off and he's blew up. And I'm just like, wow, that's what happens when you literally are new to a space. You don't know the rules and you just start looking at things differently. And yeah, that's one lesson I learned. Just do yourself, do you. To be honest, I've been purposely looking for smaller creators who have neutral, authentic, and yes, me too. I found so many of them. You guys won't believe this, but I'm really into like gossip type content, and a lot of them they swing, on different political fences to the left or to the right. Not to be all political, but I really hate when a blog or a YouTuber will try to sway you and make something political. I just like something that's like in the middle. You create your own thoughts and ideas. Like Philip DeFranco is great for that sometimes. But I found a couple of new creators who like share the news and it's refreshing. Like, oh my gosh, because I'm somebody who grew up reading the newspaper on Sundays throughout the week as a kid to know what's going on in the world. And you share those thoughts and ideas with your parents or your friends, and you were aware of what's going on. You got to hear everybody else's take. And with social media now, it just kind of feels like that has amplified, which is great. But now everybody has their own agenda. So they'll leave out certain things, or even some creators, they'll talk about a particular product. Like, hey, this is the best mouse in the world. You should get it. But is it the best mouse in the world? And should you get it? So yeah, that's one thing I look out for. Let's see, post the right click and delete the wrong link. Okay, let's see. Let me right click. I actually have to go on YouTube because I'm using Ecamm for that. Let me just go on YouTube real quick and let me do that. But is it the best? Let's see. Right click, bad link, remove, and manage. Okay. Joe, you have now made it to moderator. That's awesome. Let me see. Let's go back to Ecamm. Let me see. Where's Ecamm? Where are we? Where are you? Yeah, the news is... Okay, let me just get this out there. Yeah, the news is hot. Yes. People. Yeah. I just love... I just love just honesty and truthfulness and whatever's going on, even if it's bad. I just want to know. Most people can't handle it. Philip D was just thinking of him while you were talking about your greater. Yeah. No, thank you, Joe. You're awesome. I got to get an air horn in here. I don't have my Rodecaster Pro connected. It's just getting straight to the mic. Man, this live stream has inspired me again to do more of what's in my mind. Dude, do it. Here's like a crazy thought, and I'm pretty sure a million people have said it. But this is my idea, and this happened to me as a kid. And y'all can laugh all you want. Kombucha, you can giggle and laugh. But I was a kid, right? And Nintendo came out with this. Before Nintendo came out with this, I had this idea for the Game Boy to have a camera and a printer. Like you can, because the genesis of Pokemon was you going out and taking photos or capturing bugs and, getting all their information and stuff. And I was like, wow, if the Game Boy had a camera, you can take photos of things and print it out and, share them with friends. And like, that's awesome. And then maybe like a month or two later, Nintendo announces a printer and camera. I was so pissed off. I'm like, the feds is watching. Like the federal government, the CIA, Japan are watching this little kid and they're picking up all his ideas. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. And I swear I don't remember the other one, but there was one more other item that came out, and it wasn't a game console. It was something like so. I want to say that it was vibration conduction, vibrating music and listening, bone conduction. I want to say that it was like bone conduction. And shortly after, I went to like Kennedy Space Center, and this was a thing that astronauts use. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had that idea where you can have this machine that vibrates words or music to your head or your bones, and that way you could communicate or listen to music. And next thing you know, bone conduction is a thing. And after that, I just realized that, you know what, Gil? If ideas are, to me, ideas are alive. And if you don't have the tenacity or the ability to have this idea exist, it'll go somewhere else. And I've seen that a lot with other creators. Yes, we'll support you, Ron. But I've seen this with a lot of other creators, artists, writers. They'll have this fantastic idea and they basically would not allow it to come out because I have to do this. I have to get a haircut. I have to set my room. I got to get the right camera. I have to do all that. And then they see another creator do that and take off. And like, I had that idea first. The idea wants to exist. And you're basically acting as if you're the Lord and shepherd of this idea, but you're not. The ideas are everywhere. And whoever is able to vibrate in that frequency or come up with it at that moment, they have to do it because the idea wants to be born, because this idea or this tool or this invention or this piece of art, or this music or this podcast will inspire another idea. Like the iPhone is such a great tool, but its utility and its efficiency and it's just the way that the ergonomics of it inspires a whole fashion sense where people dress a certain way. Like I remember looking at somebody, like I could tell they have an iPhone. They just dress a certain way. And people think that everything that you do is just because you do it. Like, no, an idea sparked it. An idea inspired this and inspired that. It's a whole thing. I could talk all day. But all right, y'all. I thank y'all for watching. Oh, Hassan, thank you, man. I really appreciate you. Hassan actually joined my Patreon. Can't thank him enough for the support. He's always sending me, videos of him listening to my podcast or his thoughts about my recent podcast and stuff. So that's always motivating to have great people around you who believe in you, because I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking crap, but I really, really appreciate y'all. Kim Bucha, thank you so much for joining the live. Who we got here? Hello. Hey, can you talk about the tech side of picture quality on a camera? Oh man, yes. So, okay, this would be like the last question because I got to bounce. I would say full frame, which is like your camera size, is a lot better. And the bigger the sensor, the more light it allows. It does give you a little bit better photo quality than a crop sensor. A crop sensor camera has a little small sensor and it's not able to like capture that much light, but a full frame is a little bit more. You can see more, you could do more. And also with a full frame, you get a lot more functionality, more megapixels and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm actually going to be out of town. I'm going to be in Atlanta this weekend. So I'm definitely going to do a hotel live stream. But thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Good night. Bye.